Ladies and gentlemen, we're live. I'm casting a quick scrim here, pardon me. We have Point Zero defending First on Oregon, a best of one, against Midnight Foxes. Point Zero, I believe pardon me, a newer team. I don't see them in a lot of leagues, especially a lot of the bigger leagues. So still trying to really establish themselves and make an impact on the competitive scene. The other team, Midnight Foxes, from what I remember, they're actually just players sourced from the Superstar R6 League, and supposedly they were, before the game, complaining about a bit of a mismatch here, as they have a Silver 5 supposedly on the roster, and they're facing off against Diamonds and Champs in Point Zero. If that's true, then this is going to be quite a mismatch between these two teams. Obviously not guaranteed, but it's certainly not going to be a good look for good chances for them, I suppose. It's definitely not going to be a good look for Point Zero if they end up losing in this situation, assuming that that's true. Oregon, a very defender-sided map, traditionally rather slower map, friendly to Clash, friendly to Mira, though Mira's banned here. Pardon me. So I'm expecting some pretty meta play from these two teams. Like, I haven't seen either of them in action a lot, but I'm just going to be expecting, what is it, bread and crackers? I think that's the correct saying from them. If it's not, then oh well. Looking at the bans very quickly, it's all very meta comfort bans. The Mira is map specific. This is a map where you will see Mira banned more often than others, mainly because she's strong on top floor and basement, particularly on basement. Not so much on first floor, though I'm sure that there are setups that you can find that have her. The Thatcher, obviously to make it a bit harder to get walls open. The Cade is in contrast with that, makes it a bit harder to keep walls closed. Interestingly enough, I usually point this out whenever I cast a game on Oregon, is that Cade being banned makes it a lot harder to do the traditional Mira setup on this map, and it makes it a lot harder to hold certain parts of this basement site, because there's no way to impact trick those three hatches, your security, your lobby, and your meeting hatch. So you either have to have somebody above, somebody next to the hatch, or some sort of evil eye, something to really deny the attack from utilizing, from opening that hatch and making use of it. And so, as a result, because you can't really hold that security hatch all that strongly, you can't play heavy and freezer. Sure, you can have a sideline, you could have a rotate, but you can't really have a strong, heavy presence in there. And then that meeting hatch obviously means that you can't have anybody in E-Box as soon as it's opened, which eliminates one of those default mirror positions, which is this right wall here on E-Box. As Spooky is gunned down by timing. Surprising early frag there, 4.0. And a bad start for Midnight Foxes. Losing that ace, that primary hard reach. Their only hard reach, mind you. Pardon me. I'm going to correct myself very quickly. They do have a Maverick there as Chemicals trying to face off here. Pushing towards the site. It's actually going to be the Twitch of Dizu. I'm going to take a guess there. Trying to deal with timing there. That Oryx occupying garage. Just proving to be a pain now. Traded out by Tommy Salami, but it did take down their primary hard reach. That's going to make it a lot harder now for Midnight Foxes to get much done. They do have the Maverick, obviously. They can still get walls open, but it's going to take a lot longer now. You have to be selective, really, with what they go after. As I was saying before both teams managed to lose a member, and in fact, in that process, Point Zero drew first blood, is that E-Box being open means that one of those default mirror spots, which is that E-Box right wall, is taken off the board. Because it's just going to be untenable as soon as that hatch is open. As you can see now, Dizu trying to hunt down one of the defenders. I believe that was actually, I think that might have been Timber who rotated back in. Action, big step of Lando here. The Malusi gun down there, bit of a tunnel vision there, luckily saved by the Jaeger of Timber. Gonna try and run away now. He's getting support from Swung and Timber, both holding that same doorway. Bit over aggressive here, but it's managing to pay off for them as they now gain a man advantage up to just Chemical and Polar Bear here. Chemical trying to push in now. Gonna have to make something happen. They're at a man disadvantage. They do have some time though, and they have decided to sort of restart their push now. I think that Point C are now aware of where they're at, courtesy of that Lucy Banshee, which is actually cleared courtesy of that Nitro from Swung immediately, from Tipsy. Swung gonna fall though, as Big Steppa might be the last line of defense really. Tipsy trying to hold down Objective from Trophy. They have about a minute left to burn here from the attacks push. As you can see now, Polar Bear sort of leading the charge now. Big Step going to take a bit of damage. They do have a Thunderbird available, but unfortunately those Kona stations are still charging up. Tipsy will gun down Polar Bear, looks for another kill, and he'll get it. A quick double kill from the Thunderbird. Puts the round away for .0, going up now 1-0. Bit of a messy first round there from these two teams, frankly. We saw a very aggressive play style from .0. You know, you had, I believe that was Timing running a Oryx, spawn beaking out of garage and playing that pretty much with his life. Well, he didn't play it with his life. He got traded out by Tommy Salami, but he wasted time and he got a very important frag there. He took out that ace. He took out that hard breach. They still obviously had that Maverick, but instead of potentially losing that game's wall and having to play without that, which certainly would have jeopardized how they were holding that site, pretty much all they lost was just this one corner, which admittedly is very hard to keep closed, of that attic wall. What league is this? It's not a league. Hi, Karar. It's good to see you again. Timing, interestingly enough, going to be continuing the cheese. We have a Rook shotgun play from him. The rest of their lineup seems to be very standard, meta, whatever you want to call it. I'm not at all surprised to see it. Just the Rook is unusual. I'm not a huge fan of the Rook play. I think he's just going to be trying to... Nope, he's just looking for that line of sight here. Tipsy's going to run out. Does take a good amount of health there off the Polar Bear. Admittedly, he has those heals, and so does Tipsy, who lost most of his health there in doing that. As you can see, Swung going to be getting a bit aggressive now, trying to make something happen. Thomas Lama gun down. Timing. Swung will pick off Chemical, though. The Maverick off the board. In exchange, though, that Rook, the shotgun, unfortunately gone now. Luckily, those Kona stations are still up and running, so Tipsy and Swung should be able to get some heals now. And in comparison, you have Thomas Lamy and Bolenberg, who are both banged up here, and all they really have is this Finka Surges, which isn't going to provide them much help, and there's only so many of them. You know, the Kona stations, although on a cooldown, can be used, and 3v4, Swung will Nitro away Diju. The Twitch again away now, and that's going to certainly make it a bit harder to now clear out some of that utility that's been planted in by .0. Polar Bear going to get a frag again. Pardon me, first frag of the match. I thought he was already on his second. My apologies. And it's back to even numbers here. As I say, that Spooky going to gun down Timber, and finally, man advantage achieved now for the attacking team. A bit of a situation, actually the same situation that we saw last round, except now the tables have turned here. Swung and Tipsy, the last two left, trying to hold down the line here. Clearly not taking it that seriously, considering that they have 6 reinforcements left, and Swung has not put down a single battery. Meanwhile, Midnight Foxes is trying to make a push now. They're opting for a bit of a mixed push here. You know, they're playing the Thatches. They just lost any real influence on that blue side, courtesy of Tipsy. Getting some good play there with the pairing 9, trying to not pick off Polar Bear on that hatch. I don't think he really realized that that was being used. And now Fraggerty going to go out, unfortunately, onto nobody. Tipsy's already rotated away back onto the objective, looking for some heals now. We'll get it. They do not have a ton of time, though. About a minute left here that they still have to burn. Even number situation, so it could really go either way at this point. Swung letting a few rounds loose there onto Spooky over on those boiler stairs. He's trying to make something happen here. He's going to try and push forward. Spots his teammate there, actually spots in Banshee as well, as Tipsy will get a double kill now. And looking for the third, potentially. He's going to actually fall back here, try and get some heals. He's been playing rather aggressively through these first 2 rounds, and that Banshee is going to certainly be a pain for Spooky Mendoza if he tries to push that. He does have those hatches available. He has Diffuser. He has a drone left. He has one more drone, maybe 2, from his teammates to give some intel. But besides that, he's on his own. Just his gun skill, his knowledge to try and pick this game up. And Tipsy will get another round there, 4.0. Increasing their round advantage here. Well done from the defending team. bit of a messy round there. Again, very aggressive play. I think Midnight Foxes needs to capitalize on the mistakes made by the team that seems to be cocky, maybe overconfident, making these very aggressive plays. You know, they had a player sitting right on the doorway that was timing with a shotgun, which they managed to kill. Well done. They had Tipsy there who did a run out. That should have been a free pick for them. They had that spawn peek there, which admittedly they didn't lose anybody off of it. I believe they actually did, pardon me. I'm going to correct myself very quickly for you all. But they should have at least stayed even off of that. So I think that they're missing out on some opportunities here. And then the other thing is they're missing out on opportunities based on setup. You know, all 3 hatches there were soft. Even though they weren't a 4v4, they should have been able to tailor their push to attack those areas that are weakest. You know, if in that case, if they only want to do meta pushes, that Ebox hatch is open, you can exploit that to get Ebox, to get Pillar, and then just push from Ebox and Pillar into supply. Alternatively, with this, as I say, that Tom Salami will fall very early to the Melusi of Timber. That's a bad start here for Midnight Foxes. This is 3 rounds where they've lost somebody very early in the match. Very early in the round, pardon me. And not a great start for them. Again, they're going to be... They've been spawn peeked. All they have is the drones from that player. They don't have any utility. They don't have claymores, frags, breaches, whatever. It's all off the board now. They are fighting so that their first kill can be a mere refrag. As I was saying, and as we see Tipsy use a great example of this, that wall right there is soft. That's usually the main wall for the site. It's that wall, and then occasionally the vertical wall, which is attic. Dizu going to take one out, but Spooky will fall, and the primary hard breach again taken out by Swung. The Jaeger going to actually do a run out and will be picked up by Dizu. Timber going to trade him for a double kill of his own. The Twitch and the Melusi trying to get more frags for their team, trying to keep their team in contention here. Polimber going to just inch his way up those boiler stairs. Dizu down and out almost. Courtesy of the Bandit confirmed there. Timing's running shotguns here. That's how much he doesn't care. Muller's going to get a frag onto Timber. He does actually stop any more bleeding, courtesy of that Melusi. Going to now try and clear out that Banshee. He will. He's however still outnumbered here and trying to play against a not great situation. He does have heals. He does have plenty of time. He has... Okay. That's the round. That's sad. Timing's running shotguns and he's getting kills off of it. There's no coordination. What's the new op? It's I'll talk about it in a bit. That's just embarrassing there for Midnight Foxes. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna try and hide it any further. You're in a obviously this is a defender setup map. You should not be down 3-0 right now. There's no coordination. They're attacking sites that are half empty. People aren't putting down reinforcements. People aren't putting down utility on main walls. It doesn't make any sense. They need to attack the site. Please. Actually put together a push. Know what you're doing. Because it seems like they don't right now. Somebody on their side needs to take charge. Needs to tell them what's going on. Who's running that push, where they're pushing, so that way they can finally coordinate, get all the pieces in place here, and pick up a round. They need something to happen here, because at this point, it's not great.
Seconds to go. 5 seconds left. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Okay, you can tell that they don't care. Point zero is they are that cocky. That they're all sitting in a corner. Three of them are running shotguns. Admittedly, you know, you could argue that it makes sense for Lando and for Swung to run shotguns, but I think that is a testament to their attitude to this match at this point, that they're getting overconfident, and finally we should see Midnight Fox is able to capitalize on. But they need to capitalize on it. Polar Bear going to get 2 kills now for his team. Dizu is down, though. Confirmed now by timing, who will keep it at just a 1-man disadvantage. He's going to try and take a gunfight from far out with a pistol. Certainly not going to favor him, considering that he's playing against the L85 with an ACOG there on Chemical. Pardon me, a 1.5. He will gun down that bandit, trades his teammate out. And now a 2-man advantage already has formed here for Midnight Foxes. They should be able to finally spring off of this and get something to happen. They have their top frag still alive. They have plenty of time. They have a 2-man advantage. They have their primary hard breach left. If there is nothing stopping them from winning this match. I'm pretty sure most of the utility that .0 brought wasn't put down. Timber gonna actually take down Polar Bear. Not a great sign for them. Now actually, top and second fragger off the board. Chemical gonna actually fall and brings it back to 2v2, 2v1 now. Tommy Salami and Spooky gonna try and close this round out. Finally put their team on the board. Lando gonna actually spot the Mav. Does end up potatoing there. He's gonna push forward here. Frag pulled there by Tommy Salami. Here's him, however, is down and out from the M5. And now Mendoza holding the angle, waiting for him to push forward. Sees him, ready to fight. Lando's gonna push forward, tries to pre-fire through that wall. Does actually spot him, and Lando, accompanied by Timber, managed to make the comeback there. A 4-2 man deficit for .0 does not phase them from picking up another round. That's disappointing. Yeah, I will. I'm pretty sure there's already info out on him, so I might be wrong on some of this, and I might not know it all. So you can obviously check and corroborate or learn more about it. But from what I remember, he's a 3-armor operator on the attack, whose ability is to like put up holographic walls. I believe they are not bulletproof, and they can be disabled by like mute jammers and bulletproof EMP shots and some other things. I don't remember what guns he has.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate the bomb and defuse it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Spooky falls at the hands of Tipsy. Tommy gets a quick 3K now. Looking for a 4th potentially, but stopped by Lando. The Warden gonna get a nitro frag here. We'll push forward there. Playing the SMG-12 and the shotgun with a red dot. Double kill from Tipsy, as Diju will actually be traded there for Lando, and it's again a 1v2 here. Now Tipsy in the hot seat. Previously, I believe it was Lando in that spot. Gonna now try and clutch this round up here. Playing that Bearing 9, he will gun down another one. 3rd kill for him. Chemical gonna try and pick this round up for his team. Down 0-4 here. Spots him, trying to get this frag. Nitro goes out there to no avail, though. Tipsy's gonna rotate around to the blue side. I don't know if Mavericks realized it there. Chemical gonna now try and push into supply. There's some weird mute chamber spot. Tipsy gonna actually spot him, trying to get a distanced kill here. I'm gonna actually have to play a bit closer range. Chemical waiting here, holding the angle, waiting for that swing from Tipsy, who's actually eyeing potentially the opposite way here. I think he's... And yeah, that should go to show how confident he is. He's going to put an L on the wall, gets a 4th, and that'll be the round for Zero Remorse. Zero Remorse, pardon me, .0. There is a team called Zero Remorse. I don't know where they are. .0 is here. They are not playing games, though. 5-0 here against Midnight Foxes. This is embarrassing. This is obviously a mismatch, but even then, this should not be a 5-0 mismatch. There should be some sort of competition from Midnight Foxes. I mean, the last round, the defense literally opened up the objective completely, and they still lost the round. The attack in the 4th round had a 4-on-2. At that point, just pincer, get crossfires, get trades, but no, they just lose a bunch of 1v1s. None of them are there to get trades. Suck. Sorry. And yeah, you can tell that they don't care. They're running the site that pretty much nobody runs. I believe earlier in the match they had run meeting kitchen, now they're running dining in the kitchen. So they just don't care. We have a Cav, we have a shotgun from Bandit, we have a shotgun from Warden. Warden itself, I'd say, is a meme. We have a Tachanka. Tachanka isn't inherently a meme, but he can very much become a meme. And the other team, Midnight Foxes, has yet to put up a single round. I get it. It's diamonds and champs and plats against silvers and golds, and like Polar Bear, who's an ex-plat. I don't know if he currently is a plat or not. I don't stat track these people before the game. Polar Bear gonna take an early frag there onto Tipsy. Also taking out the top frag 4.0, who is in a very good spot now, as they're gonna move to a 5-on-2. Diju and Chemical getting frags there. It's up to just Timber here. 1 versus all. A 6-0 potentially for his team. Lights up the Ying. Tommy Salami takes him out. And finally a flawless round here. But only after we saw every single player go off and roam. A Warden, a Tachanka, a Cav, and them opening the entire site up. That's the only way that Midnight Foxes won. Which is, it's a bit embarrassing.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Going up. Ready.
Fueling station set.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Stay clear of ADS line of fire.
10 seconds left.
Camera deployed.
5 seconds to go.
Ready.
Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
Device placed. Camera activated. Place device. Position device.
My apologies for the silence, folks. I've been trying to multitask a bit here. 4-on-2 now. Polar Bear, Tommy Salami, and Diju all fallen. Spooky Mendoza, the last one left here. Quad kill for Dipsy Carter. He's going to try and get an ace here potentially as that IQ, pardon me. He will fall, and Timber will trade him out. It's a very quick round 7. We just saw pretty much a rush from point 0, and it'll pick another round up for them. They're now at match point 6-1. Checking the scoreboard at around past half. 5-8-4-5-2, 13-4-4-5-4. Just to point this out, the top two fraggers of Midnight Foxes, Polar and Tommy, 5 and 8, though you could also say Diju in place of Polar, combined to have as many kills as Tipsy. And they have 4 times as many deaths. That's 12 between those two. He has 3. Point Zero has been playing this very aggressively. They've been really relying on frag kills. And we have not seen a competition really in that between these two teams. There needs to be, Midnight Foxes needs to win gunfights. They need to get frags here. Because if you were to compare the amount of frags each team has, it's what? 24 for Midnight Foxes. In comparison, it's 30. 5-round difference, 6 kill difference. So it's been a game of blowouts, I suppose. It's just sad that they've only won 1 round. Admittedly, they started on attack. You could say that, but you should not go 1-5 on attack on this map. Hello, Jim Jam, whoever you are. As you can see, they're trying to rush now. Polar Bear going to draw first blood there. Takes down that Zoke. Traded out, however, it's Tommy Salami. Timing, not Timming. Going to get 2 quick kills there. They'll now try and push through blue. Chemical picks off swung there. Lando will actually be down and not out just yet. Timing and Tipsy will picks up some kills there. And Diju gonna now try and win this round. Match on the line here. He's taken down Tipsy. Big Stempa's down. I think Timing's gonna look for the res here at this point, and that's gonna potentially put them at risk. He's gonna rotate around now. One jumps through. He'll pick him up. Double kill from the Legion. Looks for the third now. Don't know what exactly he's doing there with the Goo Mine, and Timing will manage to punish him for that miss aim there. Wins the gunfight. Wins the game for his team. 7-1 now. Point Zero prevails. 14-4, 8-5, 4-6, 4-6, 5-7. 5-7, 6-7, 7-7, 8-7, 2-7. Congrats to Tipsy for hitting double digits, and good game to all involved.
If y'all stop baiting, we'll actually
You guys
go on
suck.
because...
What do you mean you guys suck?
You
What
lost
do
to
you
one
mean?
person. You suck. You lost to one person.
Oh,
You lost to me.